Hey, you know, the other night I was lying in bed and I was like, I'm 35. And I got freaked out. It hasn't happened to me before. And I started thinking about like time and, well, shit, I've loads of stuff to do. I have to do loads of stuff. Have I done any of this stuff? I start getting all that, that fucking getting down on yourself, thinking, what have I done? Why, you fucking piece of shit. Why didn't I do anything? Come on, why are you not doing anything? And then a weird thing happens where I start comparing myself to like these other people and who are a certain age. I'm like, I was really fixated on numbers for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I'm like looking up different actors and fucking directors and stuff and musicians, seeing like, oh, by the time they were my age, they already had done all this. Oh God, it's horrible. But anyway, it's like some sort of weird OCD thing, then like obsessing about numbers. Okay, and then I'm like trying to make myself feel better. No way. He was like 38 by the time he did it, and he was fucking 42. But anyway, this is a bad route to go down. I was like a really bad route. And the other bad, do you know when it happened? It was like it was like the end of Christmas into the start of January. So it's like all that renewal stuff was happening, but it came with this weird fucking freaking me out sadness, death stuff. So anyway, then I was like, okay. And the fucking ending of Stranger Things happened, the show Stranger Things. And like I had this really weird reaction to it. The same thing actually happened to me when I read Harry Potter and finished Harry Potter. I kind of realized like the time that had passed as I had been living with the show. It was 10 years ago. I started looking at where I was 10 years ago. How much has happened in 10 years? I'm 10 years older now. We're all old. Everyone's older. So that fucking freaked me up. And I went into this weird funk for about a week after the ending of Stranger Things. And it wasn't nothing got to do with the actual ending of the show. It was got to do with time and that fucking weird night where I talked about being 35. So then I was kind of down, but I had got down that weird route then where I was like down. I was like down on myself. However, then a great thing happened. I kind of just ignored it, started training. And because I got freaked out, I started going like, I need to get my fucking shit together. I need to get organized. I have Outer Heavens to finish. I have Outer Heavens to get into festivals, to promote, to make sure that people are seeing the fucking thing and make sure that it's reaching some sort of the success that it needs to reach, or not some sort, it's going to reach the success that it needs to reach so that we can keep making films, so that people will see the films, they like the films, and then they'll want to help us, make more. There'll be a need to make more of them. Even though, look, I would fucking still make them anyway if I didn't get any money, but it's hard to get people to do it for no money, like all the time. They invest in the first one, and then hopefully that does well. You get funding, and then we can push on with the next project. But in order to do that, you need to focus on what your goal is with. And I've been so long focused on the art of the film, right? The art of it, to making sure that I'm telling it right the way I want to tell it. And we nailed that. We fucking nailed that. And I think what happened was we came to the end, and then this thing was released where then I realized now we need to go to the next stage to push on. But if it wasn't for the impending fucking fear of death and time and I don't know, like a failure thing or something, I don't think I would have pushed on as much. So I blasted it out. Got the film done, did everything in the film, pushed it to a new level. Then it opened up this beautiful new, that doesn't fucking matter anyway. Pushed it on. Film's finished now. It's going into its very last process, which is like just the very end. So that fear of time and death pushed me on to finish the film. Then I started fucking writing another film. And then all of a sudden I had this other film written and I had this series starting because I was like, I'm going to write a series. I always wanted to write a series. I love Twin Peaks. I love Stranger Things. I loved Sopranos. We love series. Let's write one. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Because before I'd be thinking, well, you'd need loads of stuff first to write a series. You need funding and everything. But then I'm like, I don't fucking give a shit anymore. I'm just going to write it. Because that stuff didn't stop us from Outer Heavens. We just went and met Outer Heavens. And that was the real fucking energy of Outer Heavens that I fucking loved, right? And then I'm like, I'm doing weights one night then. This is like, it's the 2nd of January, let's say. And after being a bit fucked up for about a week. And then I just have this epiphany, right? Where I'm like, we made a fucking film. We made a full film. It's done now. And it's fucking unreal, right? It's so good. It's better than anything all of us could ever have imagined. I showed it Connor English the other day, who's a cinematographer, the director of photography, and he's doing the edit and he's finishing color grading and some effects at the moment. He's blown away. He's like, oh my God. So it's much bigger a film than we thought was going to be. And that made me just go like, why not us? Why not? Like all these people I was looking up that got old or that had done these things at a certain age, and I was comparing myself to, I was like, I am one of them people now. We can take this to the fucking moon. Like, why can't we be getting big deals to make the next movie? Why can't we be getting funded to make the next movie? Why can't we be, getting signed by these places to keep creating our art, to keep creating our stories and to telling our stories in the fucking unique way that we do it? Because we've made a film, we show that we can make a film in a distinct way that we like making films, and it's very different, very unique. And we're real filmmakers, we're the real deal. We can do that. So all that fear shit kind of made me come to the conclusion that, yeah, I was like, yeah, fucking why not us? So there you go. I don't know what that's about. And the weird thing is, like, for so long, when I'm making films, I don't even care about anything like that. I don't care about, in the filmmaking process, I don't care about who would like this. I don't care about money. I don't care about if this achieves anything, if this does well. I just care about sticking to the vision that we have and creating the world that we want to create. And now that that's done, I kind of switched into this different mode. So I was like, let's fucking do this now. And like, the other thing is that you have the other films written already. We have the other films ready to go. And they're so like, yeah, and just like, the real thing is like, the process of making the films is what I live for, and we all live for, all of us that make them. It's like fucking euphoric. It's a beautiful life to live. You wake up, you start writing, think of ideas, you put out a spine of an idea, then you start layering things on top of that, different ideas, what the people will look like, what they will say, what music is going to be playing in the background, where is it set, and then you like to fuck it up a bit and put in weird shit, and then your brain is going, like, the endorphins that gives your body is like, yeah, euphoric. It's a euphoric feel, and all I want is to be able to keep doing that. And then also, like, in the meantime, you're kind of bringing other people on with you to get involved in doing that. And then, look, the goal I ever had is anything. We always talked about the goal, and we just said the goal would be you make these films and they're left, and then someone else sees them sometime in a fucking charity shop to pick up a DVD of it, which would never happen because there's not DVDs anymore, but they find it. Some college student finds it and goes, oh, cool, look at that. There's a different way to make a film than what we're used to. There's a different way to do things. And that's all I ever care about, is you open the door for them to see that there's a different way to do things. You don't have to try to please other people. You don't have to be following this Hollywood mainstream fucking thing. All you have to do is stick to what you want to do, stick to what your friends like, stick true to your vision of it. And you can do that. You don't have to fall into all these fucking rules and this criteria and these boundaries and restrictions that you think you need to be on to make a mainstream movie or to go to fucking Hollywood or whatever. That's not what filmmaking is about. That's not what art's about. It's about the life of it, the fucking fun of it, and how it makes your soul feel. And that's really what you want, because it's a wonderful feeling. So there you go. That's what happened to me last week. You have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. Be nice to yourself. And I'll see you very soon.